Is Japan an eco-friendly country? When we view Japan, we can see two contrasting ways of life. The first one shows a sonic-paced life of Tokyo that seems to consume resources, but the other side shows a country that still follows old traditions and discipline, embracing the idea of sustainability. But what is the truth? In the Environmental Performance Index in 2020, Japan ranked 12th in the world, which doesn't seem too bad. But living in Japan, I feel like Japan still has a lot of improvements to make concerning its sustainability. So in this video, as a Japanese person, I'd like to talk about the strengths and weaknesses I think Japan has relating to the environment. Let's get started! The fashion industry is known to have a big impact on the environment. I feel like a lot of Japanese enjoy fashion, but not many Japanese brands are actively working on sustainability compared to Western countries. For example, I want to mention this necklace I'm wearing right now. It's from New York jewelry brand called Ana Luisa, and the brand has a very good sustainability policy. They are actually the first direct-to-consumer jewelry brand to become 100% carbon and water neutral. In Japan, I don't think that fashion brands tend to focus as much on sustainability, and most people usually don't consider their carbon footprint when buying clothes. But I think if we have more options like Ana Luisa, people might pay more attention to it. So when Ana Luisa offered me a sponsorship, I was happy to accept it because I really liked their sustainable brand policy. I also liked the simple and versatile design of their accessories, which men can easily wear as well. They are actually having a Mother's Day sale right now. I got a necklace and a pair of earrings for my mother too, and she really liked them. They ship products internationally, so if you wanna get your mom a beautiful and sustainable gift this Mother's Day, click the link in the description to get a discount. Getting back to Japan, some big companies like Uniqlo started having strict sustainable development goals policies, but it hasn't become a trend in the whole fashion industry yet. But let's see what other aspects of Japanese life are like. Japan has the highest life expectancy in the world. It's said that there are several reasons for this, and one of them is Japanese food. Japanese food is known for being healthy because it's largely fresh and unprocessed with very few refined ingredients and sugar. Lately, it's also been gathering attention as sustainable food because the Japanese diet usually uses a lot of grains and vegetables compared to other cuisines. I also feel like Japan has a culture that cherishes food a lot. To give you an example, we say itadakimasu and gochusou-sama before and after eating. These phrases basically mean I will humbly take this food and thank you for the great meal. Also, when we are little, we are very strictly taught not to waste food. In Japan, there's a famous phrase saying there are 7 gods in a rice grain, which tells you how important it is to cherish all food. So when I travel in Western countries, sometimes I'm surprised by how casually people leave food on the plate. However, Japan had some problems too. For example, although Japanese meals include a lot of grains and vegetables, Japan is not an easy country for complete vegans or vegetarians to live in. In fact, there are not many vegan restaurants outside of major cities, and those lifestyles are still quite rare here. I hope there will be more options for those people in the future so they can enjoy Japanese food culture too. If you have ever lived in Japan, you already know how passionate we are about separating garbage. Each municipality has strict rules about how to separate and dispose of plastic, cans, plastic bottles, batteries, normal paper, recyclable paper, metal, and so on. It's decided what garbage is collected each day, and I often hear foreign newcomers have trouble understanding all the rules. But it's good that Japan is working on recycling very seriously. And Japanese people also care a lot about not littering. It's often said that the streets in Japanese cities are very clean compared to other countries. Personally, I really like that a lot of people here have the mindset to respect public areas and keep them clean for others. But even though we don't leave trash on the streets, many people point out that we are producing an excess amount of garbage. One problem is Japan's overwrapping culture. When you visit Japan and enjoy shopping, you might notice that we are using too much packaging for items. Maybe it's because of Japan's obsession with cleanliness, but it might feel like too much for people who come from other countries. To be honest, like most Japanese people, I didn't really question these practices until recently. But today, it is recognized as a problem in Japan too. The Japanese government started to charge for plastic bags at stores 2 years ago, and some shops are using paper bags now. I feel like more people use reusable bags than before, and things are slowly but certainly changing here. Japanese public transportation is organized very well. Trains are so punctual here, and in big cities, they tend to come every few minutes. Because of this, in a big city like Tokyo, it's very common to use trains to move around, which produces less carbon dioxide than cars. In my case, I have driver license but only drive a few times in a year because I always take a train. However, in some rural areas, people still use cars a lot, and electric cars are still a very new thing in Japan and not really popular yet. Power generation is one of the biggest causes of Japan's excessive carbon dioxide production. Although the government has been investing in renewable energy, it's still expensive and can't account for the majority of energy production in Japan yet. Nuclear power generation is known as relatively eco-friendly and was used a lot in Japan, but after the accident in Fukushima in 2011, a lot of people oppose using it now. In addition to these public opinions, Japan has very limited natural resources, so it relies on thermal power generation a lot. So I think figuring out how to progress decarbonization while maintaining a stable energy supply is a big challenge that Japan is dealing with right now. This is how green I think the Japanese lifestyle is. How would you compare it to your own country? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to know more about lifestyles or culture in foreign countries, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And again, if you want to get your mom a nice jewelry from Ana Luisa this Mother's Day, click the link in the description to get a discount. Thank you for watching, bye!